right. Okay, cool. Oh, what is that preview mode? There's a there's a preview mode. That's cool. That looks cool. All right. So hey guys, hey everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. I am doing great. I feel bad for all of y'all in Houston. I feel so bad for everybody in Houston having to deal with all the crap with no power, no water, everything frozen, etc. I've been talking to my family, and I have like several. I have a bunch of people. I have a big family, and so my mom never lost power, which is great. My mom's never lost power in any major catastrophe because her apartment complex is literally tied to a main like power grid. So I think they automatically have power in, so every big event, where Houston has lost power, my mom has never lost power. So she's fine. She's okay. My sister lost power, which is funny because my sister, I was like, do y'all have gas? Do you have gas stove or gas? She's like, yeah, we have gas. And I was like, okay, well, use your stove. Use your stove for heat. And like totally like didn't even register. So didn't even register to use the stove. Like use your stove, use your fireplace. They have gas fireplace as well. Didn't even register it. They went to stay with family. And then when they came back, there was a pipe broken. So a pipe busted. And I was like, oh my God. So they were able to bypass that. So that was one person, my cousin Monica, or one of my closest cousins. They lost power. They had to go over to her family's house, or her sister's house, my other cousin. They were there and they came back and there was a busted pipe too. So they had to deal with that. So yeah, I'm hearing it across the city. My best friend, they lost power, and water. So it's a mess. So for those of y'all who are tuning in, I'm so sorry that y'all are having to deal with that. So I haven't even wanted to post anything for like the last few days just because I felt guilty. Like you feel guilty when you're fine and I've had power because I'm in New Mexico, right? I have power. Everything we have is underground. So all of our water lines, power lines, everything is underground. So we don't really have to deal with issues or anything like that. And not only that, we deal with like 15 degree temperatures like every winter. And in the evenings, even in the summertime, the temperature goes down to like the 40s, maybe the 50s. So in winter, it can get cold. And right now, I think outside is like maybe 20 degrees or 15 degrees. It's cold. And I actually have it a little bit chilly in here because I'm not used to it being so hot. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm like bragging for having power and all this stuff. But anyways, I know some of y'all from Texas or somewhere from Houston probably don't have y'all don't have power. So y'all are watching me on your phones with limited power and limited heat or whatever. So I'm just going to like try to speed up through stuff like that because I want to read as many of y'all as I can before y'all lose power. So let's go over, I have to go over my guidelines, of course. So my statements are personal opinions, not proven facts. Whatever decisions or actions you take, you are 100% responsible and liable for those. You can change your future. It's never set in stone. And I am not a licensed medical doctor, counselor, attorney, or law enforcement official. You can still ask me those kinds of questions, but for legal medical advice or treatment, you should always consult with a licensed professional. If you enjoy these lives, please give me a thumbs up if you are on Instagram or YouTube, and a heart if you are on Instagram, a heart, and if you're on Facebook or YouTube, thumbs up. If you can send this video out to your followers or send this video out to people who you think might also appreciate a reading as well. We probably will have a smaller crowd today, I'm expecting, just because people don't have power. So I'm expecting still that be the case. So I may get to more of you today than I normally get to. So just FYI with that as well. If you are on YouTube and Facebook, you might get hit up by a troll, someone who messages you asking y'all to message them for a private reading. That's not me, has nothing to do with me. Those are trolls. Don't respond. I would, go ahead and report that person as spam or block them, because then that way at some point it hopefully will hit them out of the system. What else? Sign up for my newsletter. You can go to my website, fernandomaron.com. Oh yeah, that was the way. If you get tired of waiting for me to answer your questions, or if you just want to have a one-on-one with me, I offer services at different pricing options for everybody who can afford it. And I'm not really raising my prices because I don't really want to make myself so expensive that people who can't afford massive amounts of money, can't. So there's pricing options for everybody there. So y'all should check that out. If you want to, you don't have to. I'm just putting that out there because people will start messaging me after these, asking me to book an appointment. And I'm like, they need to go to the website. That's the way to do it. So go to the website, fernandomarone.com. Fernandomarone.com. It's all there. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm going to start up here. I'm going to start with Facebook really quickly and YouTube, and then we'll bounce over to Instagram, and I'll bounce back and forth. I'm not going in any particular order, y'all. So that's pretty much the way it's going to go. So J and I +1 on YouTube. Please, I just need to know my ex-boyfriend from high school contacted me in October. What did he want to tell me? Will he contact me again? Does he still think love me? Girl, get over it. Like, move on, girl. Like, get on with it, because you're gonna get stuck with this person on your mind, and you're gonna feel like, oh my God, I missed my chance. No, you didn't. This person was just calling you just to kind of like say hi. That's really what they were calling you. I feel like they were calling you just to say hi, just to kind of catch up, and also just to kind of get you riled up, which is exactly what they did. So I feel like that's what it was about. I don't feel like it was because they were calling you like, oh my God, I suddenly thought of you and I realized you were the love of my life and I'm contacting you so we can get married. Not happening. That's not what's going on. They just wanted to chat and maybe catch up. That was it. So I wouldn't make more of it than that. If you really want to know, you can message them and see what they say. But that's what I feel it was. I don't really feel it was anything more than that. So don't get riled up, because and they may also they may be in another relationship as well. So FYI with that also. But yeah, I wouldn't make too much of it, because if not, you're gonna get yourself all wound up, and that's not fair to you. You would think they would have left a message or text, right? Let's see. And by the way, guys, be specific with your questions. If you just ask me to contact you, or you want to hear from me, or you want to ask me a question, you've literally wasted that opportunity to ask the question. So ask a specific question. If you want to know about something in your life, ask specifically what you want to know or what you want clarity on. If you want me to connect with a loved one in spirit, let me know who you want me to connect with, and I'll try to get a message from them for you. Okay. Angela Danny Farrington. Hi, Ferny. Will my surgery go well on March 1st? I think it'll go fine. They may push it back by a week, so you might have to deal with the week change, or they may decide to have it in a different location for whatever reason, but I feel like it'll go fine. I don't think there's going to be any issues with the procedure itself. Okay? I actually feel it's pretty standard, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Adriana Perez. She's got a mouthful of questions, girl. You got a mouthful of questions. Hi, Ferny. Any messages from my brother or grandparents? My grandmother passed away. Hey. NDR came in. Mama Cat's asleep right here, but NDR came in. She's like, what's going on over here? Hi, Ferny. Any messages from my brother or grandparents? My grandmother passed away unexpectedly in December. Also, any exciting news for me soon? Yeah. So first of all, I keep hearing mariachis. I don't know if y'all wanted to do mariachis for your grandmother, or if y'all are planning to do it at some point, but I'm hearing mariachis. So she's playing that music for me. She also keeps acknowledging, thank you. She's also acknowledging either the 20th or the 22nd of a month being significant. So either the 20th of a month is significant, or the 22nd of a month is significant, or it could be February 2nd. But she's showing me those numbers as well. I'm thinking it's the 22nd though, because I'm thinking it's 22nd. She also keeps acknowledging, thank you. She also keeps acknowledging, she is putting my hand on my mouth, which means wasn't able to say goodbye. So she makes me feel that way. She also keeps acknowledging that, okay, got it. There might have been 3 separate issues that came up with your grandma that caused her passing, because she's almost referring or acknowledging like 3 separate things happening, or 3 separate issues that were like interacting with each other. She also keeps, thank you. She is also acknowledging one of her lungs might have become compromised while she was dealing with all this stuff. So there might have been fluid buildup in one of her lungs, or that one of the lungs might have collapsed, because I'm almost feeling some weird sensation with one of the lungs as well. She's okay. She's fine. She's actually doing this. So she's making the prayer hands, which means that she is either acknowledging faith, or she's just acknowledging thank you for the prayers. So she might just be acknowledging that as well. Okay. Oh, good. I'm seeing people saying they didn't lose power or water. Michael Rotolo, hey Ferny, do you see me starting my business soon? If so, when do you see it becoming profitable? Thank you. I feel like you might be starting it in May or June, because I feel like around May or June there's an opportunity to get going. But your plan doesn't seem like it's 100% put together, so you probably need to work out some of those details before you get going. I feel like it will take a while to become profitable, so I will say that it might take up to 3 or 4 months before you start generating enough profit that you could say that you're starting to kind of make up what you're putting into it, but it won't stay consistent. You may have to it may go up and down right after that. So you may have to really, really work to get that profitability level up. But I would say that I think you might start it off around May or June. Susanna Solis, girl, you about to hear it from me. I have bad luck with love. Will I ever find the one anytime soon? So whenever someone blames luck for the issues that they struggle with, immediately that raises flags for me. Luck implies that there's a force in the universe that is choosing who gets to benefit and who gets to not benefit. Meaning that God is like throwing negative energy at you, or God doesn't want you to have love, or God doesn't. That goes into a conversation about God. God is not responsible for what we deal with here. God is not responsible for who benefits and who doesn't. God is not responsible for who dies and who doesn't. God is not responsible for any of those things. God is a witness to all of those things. We are responsible. We choose those things, being that we are God in form. We are responsible for those things. With that being said, when it comes to love and relationship, we are responsible. Not the luck, not this invisible force. We are, which means if we're not having the best luck in a relationship, I'm going to reword that. That means I suck at my energy to sustain good relationships. I suck. That's you. So you need to work on your energy, because your energy is what's messing things up. Not your luck, not God, you. You need to work on yourself. You need to work on your own energy. You need to work on shifting the trajectory of what you're attracting into your life. Because I can guarantee it, if you suck in love, you probably also suck in other areas in your life as well. Not because you're a bad person. I'm not dogging on you. I'm not trying to say, hey, you're an awful person or this or that. I'm not saying that, girl. What I'm saying is that you suck at your energy to sustain what you're wanting to draw in, which is love. And if you are not having the best time with love, that's because one of two things. Either you're supposed to experience life as an individual going through things, or you just haven't aligned properly energetically with the authentic energy of love. And so you keep settling or accepting bad versions or crappy versions of love. And so that's the issue. And so you got to work on that. That's on you, and you can do that. So don't wait around for the universe to like gift you someone. Don't wait around for God to say, oh my gosh, she's been praying for like this long, I owe her a good relationship. No, prayer doesn't do anything if you don't lift a finger to shift your own energy and to align with the opportunity of love. And then you're like, well, I don't want all this advice, Ferny. I don't agree with all of that. I just want you to tell me if I'm going to find somebody or not. I'm going to tell you the next person you find ain't going to work out for you either, because your energy is off. So you got to work on that first, and then you can bring someone in sooner. So with that being said, I'm going to make 2 recommendations. You need to watch the film The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. It's from the 2000s. There's one that came out like last year with Katie Holmes. That's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one that came out in 2000s. Watch the film. It will help you understand how you're responsible for everything in your life. Everything. Secondly, you need to learn to love yourself and stop expecting people to save you from suffering, because that's what people do. They become obsessed with the idea of love or with a soulmate, and they're waiting for that person to show up so that everything in their life can be 100% better. Once I have this perfect love relationship, my life will be better. Once I have this person come in, they will save me from myself and I will be happy. No, it's not going to happen, because that's not on them. That's on you. And if you're going around looking for love, waiting for someone to rescue you from yourself or from life because you haven't figured it out, then you're basically putting a lot of this extra pressure on the relationships that are going to come your way, and it's probably not going to last. If someone comes in and they're like, "Ooh, she's got a lot of demands for me making her happy," well, I ain't dealing with it. They're not going to stick around, and that's the issue. And if you meet someone and they are obsessed with you, it's probably because they have the same issues that you've got going on there. So it's not going to help each other out. You're not helping each other out in that. This is why a lot of relationships fail within 2 or 3 months of it starting, because people go in with this idea that, oh, I'm going to be with this person, my problems are over, or I'm going to be with this person, so everything's going to get better, 100% better in my life. Oh my God, this person's going to make me happy for the rest of my life. Never heard of that happening. Won't happen in this life. Not a reality, y'all. Now, I'm not saying you can't end up with someone and the relationship can't last for your lifetime, or y'all can't be good friends, etc. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's not anyone's responsibility for your life to be good or for you to be happy. That's on you right this minute, right now. It doesn't depend on circumstances. It doesn't depend on anything else. You got people who went through the Holocaust who were able to speak on finding happiness every day in simple things of just having a bowl of soup that was actually a fish's head that wasn't fully cooked. If someone in a Holocaust concentration camp can try to find the benefit or the happiness within a bowl of fish head soup, you can find happiness with yourself in your life right now. So there's no excuse for that. So watch the film, then get the book, The Art of Extreme Self-Care by Cheryl Richardson, and start working on your own energy. If you work on your energy, then you will draw someone in much more effectively and sooner than you expect. And you might draw somebody in as soon as 3 months from now, honestly, because I am seeing a connection with someone in 3 months. Person's name is with a D, okay? I'm letting you know that. And that's where everybody else who's going to be telling me, I have bad luck, or, God doesn't want me to have love in this life, or, I'm cursed. No, you're not. Take accountability, take responsibility for your own energy, work on it, because you can shift the trajectory of your life. And I'm telling you, if you learn this with this issue, if you learn what I'm talking about with this, you can affect every single thing in your life as well. You can change every single thing in your life as well, because I've done it, and this is what I've coached people in doing as well. So you can totally change everything else with this one issue. But if you just keep throwing it out there like God is responsible for love, or my luck is bad, then you're completely ignoring your responsibility and accountability and all that, and you're going to delay the inevitable. Sorry guys, I know I went on a rant, but I just had to put it out there because I want people to learn and to be able to shift the trajectory of things. Barbara Baxter, hello, any message from my husband? Yeah, so he is acknowledging, thank you. He showed me the number 2, so either the 2nd of a month or February is significant. He also keeps acknowledging, thank you. He's also showing me a cap or a hat, so I don't know if you have a cap or a hat. It might be like a reddish color or like a reddish maroon, but he's showing me something like this because he's doing that. He also keeps, thank you. He also keeps acknowledging, don't know if you're planting vegetables, because what I'm seeing is I have green onions that I've been planting. So I've got those. So he's showing that to me. So I don't know if y'all liked to garden together, or he was a gardener, or you're planting green onions or planting something. And he's trying to acknowledge whatever you're doing or whatever y'all share. So he's making reference to that. He also keeps, thank you. He also keeps acknowledging coins. So I don't know if you have coins that belong to him, or you are finding coins everywhere, but that might be a symbol or a sign from him as well. He also keeps, thank you. He also keeps acknowledging a young male or there's a young male with him in spirit as well. So there's a young male who may have passed out in the earth unexpectedly that's also there as well. And he's wanting to acknowledge that person. I almost feel like it might just be a baby. There was a child that was miscarried, lost, terminated. But I'm not sure if that's exact, or if it's a young male and I'm misinterpreting that. But he's just wanting to acknowledge the young male being with him as well. He also messes with a dog, or there's a dog also that he's acknowledging. I almost feel like there's a dog that's alive. There's also the dog that's with him in spirit, but he's acknowledging the dog as well. Okay. Let's go over here. Kashmir Car 2018. When will I get pregnant? Any messages from my grandmother or spirit guides? Which one do I want to go with? As far as pregnancy is concerned, keep your eye out because there might be baby energy later this year or in about 7 months. So there might be an opportunity for an increase there. I actually feel like you might have 2 times this year that there's potential baby energy. That doesn't mean you're going to get pregnant this year twice. It just when I see baby energy, it usually means a pregnancy, a pregnancy or a celebration of the baby, like a baby shower or having a baby. But I'm seeing 2 periods this year that there's baby energy around you. And one might be before summer, but I'm not feeling that confident about that. The second one, I think, like I said, comes up in about 7 months. So there might be an opportunity for that around that time frame. Okay. Also, you're stressing yourself out. So your guides want you to be careful and don't take everything so seriously because you sometimes are taking things too seriously and you are not having enough fun or enjoying yourself. So they're kind of getting on you about that. Okay. Brianna Malanese, I would love to hear from my mom, passed away. Yeah, she's showing me butterflies, so butterflies might be a sign from her. She's also doing this, so there might be a necklace connected to her as well. She's also wanting to say thank you to everybody, so I'm not sure if there were several people that were there for her or helped her towards the end, but she's saying thank you to everybody, so she's acknowledging that as well. There may also be, interesting enough, there may be a shirt, or there may be a picture of her where she's either wearing like a, I don't think it's pink, but it looks like pink. It's either pink or it's kind of like a lavendery colored top because she's showing me an image of her like this. So she's making reference to that as well. She's also doing this. I don't know if you just moved or you're about to move, but she's doing this and she's acknowledging a move. So there's a reference there as well. She also keeps referencing, thank you. It's going to sound weird. Frogs might be connected somehow. I don't know if this is like frogs, like little like porcelain frog figures, or the image of a frog is significant, or Kermit the Frog is significant. But she's showing me frogs or little frogs. So there's a reference there as well. Okay. Clarimar 7. Hey Ferny, will Miami be the best move for my family and me? I feel like it's one of 2 moves, but it's still in the same general area anyway. So the first move to Miami might just be y'all kind of getting there. And then the second move might happen. I don't know if the second move happens within 6 months of the first one or a year and 6 months within the first move. But I want to say that's like, it's like there's a 6-month thing that I want to associate with that. So I do think there's going to be 2 moves though. So there's the first move to get there, and then there's the second move right after that. That is more permanent, and it's still in the same area. So it feels like it would still be in the same area. I actually think it's a good move, and I think it'll be fine. I also think that it's going to change up y'all's associations or y'all's connections or friendships, which might be a healthier thing for y'all as well. Because I think y'all need to change anyways. People may say like, Fernie, you're obsessed with The Secret. I'm really not. Like, I actually think The Secret is like, you know, when you go to the grocery store and they're handing out samples and you want like a full meal, but you got a sample and you're like, I want a sample. That's what The Secret is. The Secret is literally like a sample of a full meal. So when you start with The Secret, people think that's it. Like it's like a sampler. I definitely like didn't accept the sampler. I was like, oh no, hell no. I'm not going to stop here. And I spent a lot of time. You see my blanket. I got my electric blanket on. Don't mean to say that to y'all people, because I know y'all are going to hate me for that. For those of y'all freezing. But the sampler, The Secret is like a sampler. So if you do more research and if you do more study, you will learn a lot more about our powers and like our ability to manifest or to create our future. Like you really will learn a lot more, but you have to take it further than The Secret. The Secret is just a sampler, y'all. But I do love it because it's a good starting point to help people understand the basic premise of energy and how we really are responsible for the energy that we sustain in our lives and for what we bring into our lives as well. Kamal Maradia. Hi, Fernie. Is my grandpa Wally coming through for me? Does he have any messages? I miss him so much. Yeah. So first of all, he keeps acknowledging a piece of fabric. I don't know if you have a piece of fabric that's connected to him. Like, I'm seeing it as like a piece. I'm seeing this as a piece of fabric, but I feel like it's a long piece of fabric. For me, a piece of fabric is like a piece of a shirt or a piece of like a scarf or something that kind of wraps around. He's showing me something like this. So either there's fabric that you have that's connected to him, or you just have a piece of his clothing and he's acknowledging that. But there's one thing. He also keeps acknowledging, thank you. He also showing me an image of a fish. He's showing me an image of a fish. Now I'm seeing this in two ways. I used to go fishing all the time with my grandpa. I still love fishing. Sometimes we want to go fishing here, but I used to go fishing with my grandpa. So he's showing me a memory of me with my grandpa fishing, but then he's showing me when we used to do the fish fries, and they used to make like a lot of fish whenever we come back from fishing. My step grandmother, they would make all the fish, and he's showing me when I'm sitting and there's a big fish on the table. I don't know if there's something about having fish, eating fish, or the catching of fish, but there's a reference there because he's acknowledging that. He also keeps, thank you. He also keeps acknowledging, I feel like I'm seeing numbers as well. I don't know if you're learning how to do like mathematic or equations or types of, like, I keep seeing numbers, like I want to be an accountant. There's something there about looking at numbers or examining numbers that he's trying to get at, or he's trying to help me understand. Don't know if that was him, if he actually dealt with numbers or with, having to go through that, or if that's something that you're having to do and he's just acknowledging whatever you're going through. But there's a reference there as well. He is showing me the number 7, so the 7th of a month might be significant, or July might be significant. He also keeps acknowledging an image of him where he has, I feel like there's an image of him where there's either a white spot in the picture or there's a white spot on him, which I don't understand that either, but there's something like that because he's making reference to that as well. He's also doing this, so there might be a bracelet or a watch that you have that might you might reference to him, or that might be significant. Okay. Mm-hmm. Clarissa Anthony Jr. Hey Ferny, when will I have my second baby? I actually feel, I keep seeing the number 2, so I would say that it's either 2 months or 2 years. Of course, if you're not pregnant, it's ain't gonna be in 2 months. So I'm thinking 2 years, and so I'm thinking that by the end of next year or early 2023 is when that may happen. Triple MK 007. Hi Fernie, any messages from my spirit guide? Yeah, you need to become more creative, or throw yourself into like a creative activity, like making jewelry, or like something artistic, because they're wanting you to like connect with your artistic creative side, because that will amplify, or that will increase your psychic ability. And if you've been trying to increase the communication with them, this is their way of trying to help you to kind of elevate that. Because what people may not understand, and I have a video on my online class, it's free, for those of y'all who want to watch it, and you can get there through my website, just go down to the class section. But people who are artistic or creatives are naturally going to have an easier time being psychic, just a default, because when we are receiving psychic data or information, it requires us to be very random in our thinking and very random in our thought processes, because we need to allow in the random stuff. And it's easier, people who are creative or who are artistic naturally allow themselves to be random because they're basically using whatever is coming into their mind. And so it's the same method, it's the same process, which is why you'll find that people who are artistic or creatives tend to have more psychic experiences, because of that. So, which, when I was a kid, I used to draw or sketch. I've even posted some of my stuff online. So let's go here. Colleen Station. So I'm in Cleveland, Texas. No water or electricity. Can you tell me when I will meet the love of my life? Tired of being alone. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah, I feel like... So I'm going to apply the same message I gave the other one to you as well. I think you need to work on some stuff. With that being said, I actually think that you're about 2 years and 4 months away from meeting somebody that I think will be a good option for you. May not be perfect, but it's a good option. Person's name starts with a J. I want to say it's like J-E. I don't know if it's Jen or Jef. But it's got to sound like that. So I want to spell it out with a J-E. So that's how it's starting out. But I feel like it's 2 years and about 4 months from now. I also think that they smell like a refinery. So they either work around refineries, or they do work that requires them to be around like chemicals. But I'm smelling like a chemical from them. So just FYI, look out for something like that. Okay. Let's go here. Um, Jemie. Do I have a past life connection with my younger cousin Liza? Yeah, y'all were actually cousins and not. It's interesting. That's doesn't happen often where I see people where they play the same role in another lifetime. Yeah. I think that y'all were cousins in a past life. So this is not the first time y'all actually been cousins. This is like the second time y'all have been cousins. Y'all actually had two past lives together. One has to do. She was a male in one lifetime, and she was the like the butcher or like the general store person. This was in Europe or in England. And you would travel into the village to get your supplies or food. And you were a female, and then your cousin was a male in that lifetime, and y'all actually had a secret crush on each other. So that's one lifetime. There's another lifetime where y'all were actually cousins. Y'all were actually related, and y'all were both female in that lifetime, and y'all were just cousins. So that was another lifetime as well. So that's like two lifetimes. I think that y'all had a connection there. Yasmin Abigail. Good evening, Ferny. I hope all is well, but I was wondering if you see me having kids in the near future, and if so, how many? And if so, may I have the name of that person? What? I was wondering if you see me having kids in the near future, and if so, may I have the name of that person? The name of the child? Or the name of like the person you're gonna have a kid with? I don't see any children right away. I actually don't see children for about oh Jesus. I actually see children in 3 years, so I feel like there might be a child in 3 years. However, you might have a couple of times where you're more fertile. One is at the end of this year, December. The second one is like towards it's weird, it's at the end of the year again. So like one at the end of this year and then another time at the end of next year. But I'm not actually seeing children for about 3 years. I don't believe that it's going to be with the person you're with right now or with anyone in the picture right now, because I feel like the one in 3 years might be with a completely different individual. Okay. TH is the name. Starts with a T. It's almost like Ty. Not Ty. Tony? Tone? I think it might be something like that. So it reminds me of that. Mm-hmm. So let me bring somebody on. Let's bring somebody on, shall we? Bring somebody. I'll just answer it via text. Hello.
Hi.
You have power, yay!
Good. Yeah, I'm in Dallas.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah. Oh
We're
gosh,
super
what a
lucky.
mess! What
I
a
know.
mess, y'all. All right, my dear. Well, what did you want to ask me about?
I was curious if there's any messages from my grandpa. He
Mm-hmm.
recently passed
Don't tell me. Don't
away.
tell me. Don't tell me. Let me see what he says. Let's see what
Okay.
he says. Yeah. So with grandpa. So first of all, he keeps acknowledging the number four. Do you know if the fourth of the month or April is connected?
Not that I can think of.
Okay,
Not
so
right
you
now.
show me that's okay. She showed me the four. So either the fourth of any month is connected or April is
Okay.
connected. He also keeps acknowledging, thank you. He also keeps acknowledging, he's putting his hand over his mouth, which means not able to say goodbye. Were y'all not with each other when he passed, or were you not with him when he passed?
It was because of COVID.
Okay, that's okay. He's just acknowledging that he understands that and that he says not to worry, that he's okay, that he doesn't want you to worry about that. He also keeps thinking, he also keeps acknowledging that, first of all, he says he loves you, and that nothing changes that. So he wants to be very clear that he loves you and nothing changes that. He also keeps acknowledging that I'm smelling like, do you know if your grandpa used to chew gum or he liked chewing minty gum?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, because it's feeling like a minty gum, and my grandpa always used to chew spearmint, so I'm reminded of that. So he's showing me that as well. He's showing me thank you. He's also referencing now. I know you mentioned COVID, but he's showing me his lungs. Was he also a smoker at some point?
So he recently apparently started. I didn't know
Okay.
this, but
Got it. Because
he's
I'm
living his
smelling
life.
smoke and he's showing me smoking, and he's almost making me feel like this might have actually contributed or added on to his issues because he's
Hmm.
making reference to that. He also keeps talking about a heart challenge as well. Had he had some complications or some heart issues in the past?
Um, no, that they said on his death certificate that was possibly part of the cause. So maybe we didn't know about it.
Okay, yeah, because the way he makes me feel, because he keeps talking about a bypass. I'm like, what are you talking about? So he might have had some issues with his heart,
Hmm.
and that could have added on or actually been like the cause of his passing. He does make me feel that he's okay though. He also makes me feel, thank you, Ariel or Aaron. Is there an Ariel or Aaron name connection?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I keep seeing the Little Mermaid, Ariel, so I'm thinking it's Ariel sounding. So it's either the Little Mermaid is significant or Ariel is connected in some way, the name. Um, do you remember? I don't know how old you are. Do you remember those dolls back in the day? I feel this is like the 90s, I think, where you squeeze that Little Mermaid and it would have that, and it was like a Little Mermaid knockoff. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Okay. Did you have one of those or did he ever get you one of those?
maybe. Gosh, so long ago.
Okay. Is there a picture? Thank you. Is there a picture of you with two other relatives or cousins in like a kiddie pool or in like a pool together?
Yes.
Okay. There might be something about this mermaid thing there, or there's something about acknowledging this image because he's making reference to that.
Okay.
He also, thank you. He is acknowledging birds as being a symbol, so birds are his symbol. So you're going to have encounters with birds, both cardinals and doves, because he's
Okay.
showing me cardinals, but then I'm also seeing white feathers, which is my dove symbol. So he's acknowledging both of those being significant. He also keeps acknowledging. Thank you. Do you sketch or do you draw?
Mm-mm.
Okay. He's showing me, no, there's something there. He's showing me a sketch or draw. Did someone take a picture of him and turn it into a sketch or into a piece of art?
I'm trying to.
Okay, because it's almost reminding me of that. So he's showing me something like that. So he's just aware of that. He also keeps acknowledging, thank you. Okay. Did you say something to him that you regret or that you felt you could have expressed it differently?
Not necessarily. I regret that I didn't talk to him enough.
Okay. Because the way he's acknowledging, because he's trying to tell me first of all, he says he's not upset with you. Secondly, he's like, there's nothing to forgive. Third, he's acknowledging like whatever you said or didn't say or whatever the communication with you and him. He's just like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So he's not worried. So I don't think he wants you to be concerned with that. So if anything, don't feel
Okay.
bad that you didn't get a chance to speak to him or to spend time with him because he's fine with that and he's okay. He didn't actually want anyone to see him going through that. And so it would have been really hard for people to see that. He says, I want people to remember not to see me this way.
Yeah, it's really, really hard.
But he's okay, sweetheart. He's all right.
You know, I
You're
appreciate
welcome, darling. You take care of yourself.
it. Thanks. You too.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, let's see. Let's go to the next person. Next person. Let's go to Grace. Let's see. One, two, three, four, five. All right. Let's go into someone else. Let's try somebody else. Let's see. Hello.
Hey, Ferny.
Hi, sweetheart. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely, sweetheart. Have you been having a weird pinching sensation on your side or in your back?
Kind of.
Okay. If it starts to get worse, go and get your back checked because you might have done something to twist the way your back is moving, and you might have caused the pinching to start to happen with one of the side of the spine. So if you start to feel that
Okay.
more, go to
Yes,
the
I
doctor.
did.
Yeah. Because you might have been trying to do something thinking you were Superwoman. Look, I'm Superwoman. No, you're not. No, you're
No,
not.
I'm not. Yeah.
What do you want to ask me about?
Hey, Ferny, look, my dad, his name is Armando Martinez, and he passed away.
Don't tell me too much. Don't tell me too much.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get something for it. First of all, thank you. I know you're asking about your dad. Do you have another father figure or an uncle who's also passed? Connected?
No, Ferny,
Okay, there's a man there with him because he's acknowledging there's a man there. That would have been like an uncle figure because he's acknowledging his father. It's like another father figure.
no, you know who that is? He has an uncle that passed away 10 days before him. And they were buddies.
Got it. Okay. He's just wanting to let you know, or let y'all know that the uncle's there as well, or that he's also with the uncle. So he's making reference to that. He also he just said junior. Do y'all have a junior?
Yeah, my son.
Okay. He's just acknowledging junior. So he's saying hello to your son. He also says he came in a dream. Have two people had dreams of him already?
My daughter, she constantly has dreams about him.
Okay, he says that there's two people though. So if your daughter's one of the persons, then there's another person that had a dream about him because he says there's two dreams about him. Okay. He also says that he caused the TV to go out or he caused the TV to act up. Were y'all having weird things where the TV would not flip to the right channel or it kept switching?
No, it wasn't the TV. It was the AC. The TV was in front of the AC. That I know, it has to be an AC.
Was it flipping off and on like it just doing some weird thing? Okay. And were y'all watching TV when this was happening?
No, we were actually writing some stuff on a paper about his funeral, and me and my daughter and my sister were together looking through some pictures, and then suddenly this AC that never turns on because it never worked.
Okay.
Turns on, and we just looked at each other.
That's okay. That's okay. He might just be trying to acknowledge because he was showing me the TV, so I'm thinking, okay, that's what he's talking about.
The TV. The thing is that the AC is right behind that TV.
Okay, perfect. That may be just what he's trying to show me then. So he's just trying to acknowledge that. Thank you. Is there an Erica or an Erica or Is there an Eric or an Erica name? I almost want to go with the Erica, like a female Erica. Connection to the family or y'all? Still alive. They're not dead. They're still alive.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. There's a cancer connection to a woman there, but she's referencing an Erica here who's still alive. So there's an Erica person connected to y'all whose mother has passed, may have passed from cancer.
Oh, you know what? I think it's my cousin's cousin. They're buried in the same cemetery and everything.
Okay. Well,
they're friends.
Okay. When you put and they have the person that died of cancer?
Yeah, my dad knows her. They were friends.
Perfect. Just so you know that. Your dad is also, thank you. He's messing with you. Your dad. Your dad's like, he's funny. He's like, he doesn't want to take things too seriously. He's just trying to like have a good time. Who's the Chimwala? Who? Chimwala.
Oh, me. When we were little, we had missing teeth, obviously.
Perfect. He's just messing with you. Or he's trying to joke with you. He's calling you Chimwala, so he's just making reference to that. He also keeps thank you. He also keeps acknowledging. Did y'all put two flowers together, like red and white together, or there was like two combinations of flowers together?
I think so.
Okay. The reason why is because he showed me something and I'm not sure what it is. First, I'm thinking of Valentine's Day where, they have like the flowers that are in the shape of a heart, but then I'm also seeing two different colors. So I don't know if there was like two different color flowers that made a heart or there's something about the wreath with two separate like red and white color roses or something like that because he's making reference to that. He also keeps it. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all did a rosary for him?
Yes, we did.
Okay. The person that was supposed to do it, that they kept messing up on their words or they couldn't say a certain word the right way because he's making fun of the person.
Well, I think that was me.
Okay. Because he's making fun of that. You were trying to get through some of it or some of the words that got you confused, but he's making... No, were you trying to do it both in English or Spanish?
No, we were just trying to do it in Spanish, but I was reading a book from the...
Got it. He's messing with you, Mama, because he's talking about you not saying the words all the way that so he's messing with you that he was there and he's had a good laugh. He also, thank you. He's doing this. He's making a reference to baby. He's talking about 3, but he's also bringing your sister in the conversation. Are there 3 babies connected to either you or your sister?
Well, I have 3 kids.
Okay.
My sister just has 1.
Okay. No, this is babies that are past. So do you know there were 3 miscarriages, loss, or terminations? Because he's acknowledging 3
No,
there.
we just had one.
Okay.
It was one, and it's 3 of us. 3 of us, 3 sisters, and that one miscarriage. Well, it wasn't a miscarriage. It was a stillborn or something like
That's
that.
okay. Yeah, that's okay. He says 3. There's 3 babies there. So you might need to check with the family because he's acknowledging there are 3 babies or 3
Mm-hmm.
souls there with him. But he's making reference to that. He also
Mm-hmm.
keeps he's talking about Junior again, so he's bringing up Junior. So do you know if Junior is your brother?
No, that's my son.
Okay.
He's a junior, yeah.
There's another. Nope. This is going somewhere else. He's trying to take me to somewhere else because he's trying to acknowledge something. What? Where are you going with this?
Yeah, ask him, please.
He says there's 3 babies there, so that's the way he's putting it. But he brought up Junior, so there might be another reference to another Junior besides your Junior that he's trying to bring up the 3 babies. But there's a connection there because he's making reference to that.
Uh-huh.
He also, thank you. Did he and your mom not have the easiest relationship?
Yes.
Okay, because he's talking about the connection or disconnect with mom and that they kind of could get into
Yeah.
it. Could your dad be a little more like aggressive when he was younger?
I believe so.
He's apologizing to your mom. So he's just
Aw.
apologizing to her or let her know that he's sorry, that he acted in the manner that he did. He also says he appreciates everything y'all did for him. So he doesn't want y'all to worry that he liked everything y'all did. So he's making reference to that as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He also says that he loves y'all. He just says he loves y'all.
Oh, my God.
He's writing on my skin too. Are there 3 tattoos planned for him?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, because he's acknowledging 3 tattoos. 1 tattoo is 2 tattoos in one, and then there's another one. So there's 2 separate, but he's acknowledging 3 tattoos that are going to be connected to him, but he's just making reference to that.
Is there anything, a special thing that he liked about his funeral? Did he mention it? Does he say anything about it?
He's playing music for me.
Oh, my God, yeah.
He's acknowledging the music. That was his favorite thing, is the music.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did y'all actually put like a playlist or make a playlist?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
He says he liked the playlist. He says the playlist was good. He liked the playlist. Yeah.
Maybe
Though he would have put some of the songs differently because there was like a fast song and there would be a slow song and then a fast song. He says he would have started it off as like slower and then move it into fast or fast into slow because he says that it was kind of awkward, but he says it was fine. He was fine with it.
Oh.
Okay. All right. And by the way, he is acknowledging your sister. And he's talking about a birthday. Is there a birthday within 30 days?
No, his birthday is in a few days.
Okay. He's just acknowledging his own birthday, but he's still acknowledging your sister. So I don't know if she's planning on doing something for him on his birthday, but he's acknowledging her as well with that. So there's a reference there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, sweetheart.
Hey, look, hold on. My son wants to know that's the boy. That's his favorite grandkid. He's wondering if he got any messages for him.
Yeah, Junior. Do you have games? Do you play games?
Yeah, we used to play Super Nintendo together.
He's like plays the games with you, so he did that. He also says he likes to mess or move your discs or move the tapes just to mess with you. So that's him.
Oh, that's him doing that.
Mm-hmm. He's with you.
Hey.
All right, let me just let go because they're waiting for me.
Okay.
All right, Mama. Y'all take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's like a weird thing in the truck. Whenever I try to play music, it'll come out.
I can't close it on my end. For some reason, the X is not showing up on my end. I don't know why. So I don't know what that's about. So let's see. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Let's see. Let's try mail this time. People asking like, oh, what about males? It's because most of the people that ask or requests are females. So let's see.
He's answering you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. It looks like you got power.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So my question is, how will I progress in the natural sciences, in the field of natural science, like biology, chemistry, organic chemistry?
Oh, like how will your career wise?
Yeah, because I'm in college right now, and those.
Yeah, you're actually gonna go. So you're gonna do 2 separate programs. One of them is gonna be like basic. It's almost like elemental biology, but it's more chemical biology, and then there's actual biology because you're going to be doing 2 at the same time. So you're actually going to be doing 2 programs simultaneously. Eventually, you'll end up going and working for the government because I feel like you're going to end up working for a laboratory. It's not. Are you in Texas or are you in Houston?
Yeah, I'm in Texas.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not going to be, the laboratory is not in Texas. The laboratory, I think, is going to be in Florida. So there's a laboratory in Florida that you'll end up working at. But it has more to do with bioweapons and stuff, which is interesting.
You know, that is very interesting because I was thinking about going to the military for medical school,
Yeah.
and because I'm pursuing a bachelor's degree right now in biology, and I also want to
Hmm.
pursue one in chemistry, but just associates.
Yeah.
And yeah, that that makes very much sense.
Yeah.
Another
Part of that,
question.
you know where that's coming from, right? The desire to want to do that.
Where was that?
Because in your past life you were in the Vietnam War and you basically suffered from Agent Orange, which is something that happened that people don't know about, which is basically there was experiments done on our own soldiers and like people were exposed to chemical warfare and a lot of individuals came back really messed up in their head. And so you
Wow.
suffered a lot of like debilitating conditions and stuff in that lifetime, which was your last lifetime. So in this lifetime, you've come in with a vengeance. Like, I'm going to find out what the hell that was all about. And so you're coming in with this whole like driving ambition. Because even when you were little, you used to mix stuff together.
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Also, do I have any messages from my brother?
Mm-hmm. Don't tell me too much. Don't tell me too much. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
let me see.
And
First
my
of all, he's showing me. Thank you. Did y'all make shirts for him, or is he on a shirt?
yes,
Got
yes.
it. He's just acknowledging that. He also keeps thank you. Is there Crystal or Chris name?
His name is Chris.
His name is Chris, and
Perfect.
also I have a cousin named Crystal.
Got it.
And
He's just probably trying to give me his name, so he's just acknowledging that. He also keeps acknowledging that he's writing on my skin. Do you know if someone got a tattoo that's like a saying or a prayer?
my sister.
Perfect. So he's acknowledging that as well. He also keeps acknowledging. Thank you. He made the picture fall off the wall or the thing fall off the wall. So did y'all have something like that happen?
Not that you can think of
Not
right
that I
now.
can think of. No.
So here's an example. So last year, not this past year, but the year before that, I was at my family's house and we were doing like the Christmas thing, and we were actually talking about ghosts and stuff like that, which is funny. And then this thing in my sister's living room, her saying like just it's like a wooden thing that has words on it, completely fell off the wall, and everybody was like, and I was like, oh Lord, they're gonna think everybody's possessed now. So, but there's something like that. So someone was trying to hang something on, or someone put something on, and then it fell off. It didn't stay up. So there's something like that that he's making reference to.
Okay.
Okay. Did
Another
y'all
one.
did y'all
Oh,
spend time in the garage with your brother?
I did one point. I did one time with my brother, and I
Okay.
remember that event.
Okay.
Um,
He's just acknowledging like something also in the garage or something not staying up or not staying like upright and it falling over. There's something like that he's making reference to.
okay.
Okay.
Another one.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma has my grandma. She just recently passed, and I just
Mm-hmm.
want she's
Yeah,
had.
she's okay. There's three females with her. Is your other grandmother passed also?
I'm sorry.
Is your other grandmother the other grandmother passed as well?
Uh, yeah. My
Okay.
other grandma.
Because she's acknowledging the other grandma's there, and then she says there are two other females there as well. Is there also like I don't know if it's like a Linda or Yoli or Yolanda. There's like a Londa sounding name that they're giving me.
Those are my tias. They're
Oh,
both alive. Both of those
okay.
are my tias.
She's just trying to say hi to the family. So she's trying to say hello to your tias or to your aunts, but she's making reference to that. She also came in a dream, though you may not have recognized her because she looked younger or didn't look like herself. So she's just acknowledging that she showed up in a dream and she looked younger, like a younger version of herself. And someone was like, I don't know who that woman was in my dream. It was her grandmother. So she's just
Oh, wow.
acknowledging she showed up in a dream like that as well. And also, did you put flowers next to like a it's weird. I'm almost seeing like a rose in water. Do y'all have rose in water? Or is there like a rose? It almost is just like the top of the rose, which is interesting. It's not like the stem and everything. It's like just the rose.
Well, we did have a plant,
The globe.
a globe.
The globe with the rose. It's in her
Yeah, it's in her room where
Perfect.
she.
She's just acknowledging that. Y'all may hear stuff coming from her room, by the way. She's just her trying to get y'all's attention. She's okay.
Okay. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
You're welcome, my friend. You take care of yourself.
Already, you too.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Let's see. Another person. Let's do Terry. Let's see. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm like, what? 2, 1. I'm like reading messages while I'm also doing this as well. Miss Delzy. Hey mamá, so, sí, yo hablo español, no es perfecto, so sí lo puedo hablar, sí puedo tener una conversación, pero mi español no es perfecto y me confundo con una de las palabras. So hay cosas que no puedo decir exactamente en español, pero sí puedo tener una conversación en español. Y si alguien quiere una cita, sí lo puedo hacer en español, nomás me tienen que decir para que yo les puedo yo me puedo preparar en mi mente para que no me ponga un poco nervioso, porque me pongo nervioso en ese modo, okay? All right, let's go to somebody else. She's just asking me if I spoke Spanish, and I do speak Spanish, and I can carry a conversation. I'm just not perfect. It's Selena Spanish. It's like Spanglish. So I speak that way. And actually, it was really bad when I was a kid, but then when I got older, my step-grandmother was like, I'm going to teach you how to speak proper Spanish. I was like, okay. So she was really trying to drum it in me. Let's go here. Let's do this. And then I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 more, and then that's it, guys. And then I'll be out of time. Let's see. Hello?
Hey, Ferny, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Awesome. What do you want to ask me about?
My wife is going to be traveling for major surgery, and I just want to make sure that everything's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm. So part of it is thinking, do you know if there's any kind of internal rupture or internal like abrasion that is part of the issue?
External abrasion, maybe. She had implants done, and the scars are really bothering her.
Now I completely understand now. The reason why I'm asking is because I kept seeing liquid leaching into the body, and I kept thinking it was blood. But if it's implants, it might be that they're causing like, I've heard about that, where they leach chemicals or they're like releasing chemicals or toxins. So I'm thinking that's probably what I'm seeing then. I actually think that the procedure will go fine. However, I think that getting there or going is going to be it's going to be a little complicated or a little frustrating because the travel itself may not go per plan. So there may have to be some changes or some accommodations en route, but I still think that the procedure itself will go fine.
Got it. And then
I also think that the pain medication that they prescribe her or what they give her for recovery may not be enough, or it's just not going to do what it's supposed to do, and then she may have to change the medication itself.
Got it. And then another question. I came across a medium probably about 16 years ago who spoke highly of my grandmother. He tried to talk to me. My grandmother was trying to stop him from speaking to me for whatever reason.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Is she with me, or is anybody coming across?
I don't know why she would want to stop him. Yeah, I was like, they always want to talk to us. First of all, thank you. She keeps acknowledging. Do you remember your grandmother having like an outside swing or an outside area where she would sit out?
Yes.
Okay, she's showing me that. She also keeps acknowledging a picture with you when you were little, and you might have had a striped shirt on. Do you remember that picture?
Yes.
Got it. She's acknowledging that as well. She also says she's very proud of you. She also says that she's tried to communicate with you multiple times over the years. She says that she's kind of upset with that medium because she's been trying to get a hold of you. So she's just acknowledging that. She says you worry too much about everybody. She also keeps acknowledging your mom. Is this your mom's mom?
It's my dad's mom.
Okay. She's wanting to bring up your mom. So she's acknowledging your mom for some reason.
Yeah, my mom's not well.
Okay. She's bringing up your mom. I'm asking her what she wants to say about your mom. She says you're doing the best you can, don't worry about it. So I almost feel like she's just not wanting you to worry so much about what's going on with mom, or not feeling like you can do more there because your mom has to go through this. Thank you. She says your mom has to go through this. So even though this is not a fun experience for her to go through, she says this is a part of her plan and process in life, that this is something she needs to go through. So she's letting you know about that. There's a young... Thank you. Is there also a younger... Do you have a younger brother, or is there a young male spirit that's passed?
Not that I know of.
Okay. There's a young male that she's wanting to reference, but I feel like she's talking about a male in spirit. So either someone had a miscarriage, lost termination, or there's a young child that didn't make it. But she's acknowledging a young male there as well. Is there a Dolores or
Doreen would be my mom.
Okay, she just wanted to bring up. Yeah, that child might be connected to your mom because she's almost bringing it up still with your mom in the picture. So she's probably acknowledging that. She also keeps it. Thank you. She also keeps acknowledging. Do you know if your mom is going to need transfusions or like an injection with like an IV drip?
Not yet. She doesn't know.
Okay, because
She
she's acknowledging.
she survived breast cancer twice,
Okay,
and
because what
the
she's
second
showing
time
me.
around. Go
What
ahead.
she's showing me, she's showing me. I feel like I'm seeing like the drip, and I'm seeing it going into your mom's, and almost like this helping her get through, or this helping to alleviate some of what she's going to be going through. I think the next few months with your mom are going to be crucial for her being able to get through
Recover.
this. Yeah, because the next few months are going to be crucial because I'm almost seeing your mom. Thank you. She's showing me your mom's liver as well, and there's some damage there that has been there for a while. So there might be some issues with her liver that need to be addressed as well. If she
Got
starts
it.
to get worse and worse, she may need to check her liver to see if there's something there that's making it worse.
Got it.
Okay, but she's with you. She's with you. And by the way, she's laughing because she's talking about your hair. So I don't know. So she's laughing and talking about your hair. So
That's funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool. My wife's gonna have a reading with you in a couple of months. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. All right. I wish her well, and I wish you both the very best. Okay.
Thank you, Ferny. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, let's see. It's going at the move. Do one more on here. Let's do. Hello.
Hello, Ferny. How are you?
I'm good, sweetheart. Do you have power?
No, I'm in the car charging my
Oh,
phone.
oh, y'all are like breaking my heart. Well, ask what is your question? Because I don't want you to run out of power.
No, so my question is, my sister's going through a lot, so I just want to know if she's gonna get well
Mm-hmm.
soon, about what she's going through. Any messages from my spiritual guides? I
Mm-hmm.
have a baby girl that passed, or
Mm-hmm.
anyone that wants to say anything from my spiritual guides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's talk about your sister for a second. Um, okay, so first of all, has your sister had issues with her endocrine system, specifically her thyroid and her thyroid and her pancreas before?
No, no.
Okay. Has she been seeming kind of bloated or like fluid buildup? Like there's been fluid building up in her body?
She's sometimes a little swollen, but it's because she drinks a lot, so
Okay.
we're thinking it's that.
Here's what I'm going to say. There's something going on with her thyroid. She needs to get it checked out, and then her pancreas is having some issues, and so it almost feels like her body is not metabolizing things properly, and because of this, it's putting extra pressure on different parts of the system that aren't used to having to deal with that. So even though she might have had issues with like her liver or her other areas, she needs to be careful with her blood sugar levels, which is her pancreas, and then she also needs to be careful with her thyroid because I do think there's some deficiencies going on there. I also feel like she's not addressing other issues that she's going through where there are other pains or other things that she's assuming are not a big deal or she doesn't want to deal with it. She needs to go to the doctor for like a full workup because I feel like there's other things happening and I feel like she's completely in the dark with some of the other issues that are going on in her body.
Yeah.
Has she also been feeling nauseous and like wanting to throw up?
Yes.
Yeah, she needs to go to the doctor. Like it's almost like crucial that she goes, and I feel like she needs to go to a specialist. Has she just gone to like a regular doctor?
It was a while back, but we're trying to get her in she drinks a lot. She has an issue.
Mm.
So, but she doesn't want to go. She doesn't want help. She blocked me. So.
Oh, there's nothing you can do. Yeah, if this is her, if this is her will, there's nothing you can do other than just hope that she'll come around. But I'm more concerned with her physiological body issues going on than her mental state. Because I feel like even though she may be a big drinker and an alcoholic, etc., I'm less concerned about that right now and more concerned with what the hell is going on in her body. Because I wouldn't be surprised if she does go to the doctor and they tell her something and she pretends like, no, I don't want to hear it. I don't. The reason why I'm saying that is because when I think of your sister, I keep thinking of my uncle. And one of my uncles who passed away, he was a big drinker as well, but he actually didn't pass away from drinking. He passed away from his kidneys failed, and it had to do with a cancer that he was dealing with. So cancer is what caused it, but it was an issue. And then the issues with the liver and everything else made it worse, and he kept blowing up with fluid in his stomach. And he was like, so I'm thinking of that when I think of your sister. That's why I'm like, she needs to go to the doctor, because I feel like there's more going on than she's acknowledging or addressing. She will come around in a couple of Thank you. She will start to come around in a couple of months. So it may take a couple of months before she starts to take this more seriously. Part of it because she's going to feel miserable and she's not going to want to deal with that. So that may force her to go to the doctor. As far as your guides, you said you wanted to know if your guides had a message for you?
Yeah, I have a baby girl that passed, and I want to know if she's around or...
She's coming back in. So the baby that passed is going to try to get back in again. So this is not going to be the only time that this child will show up in your life, because the baby's like, I'm supposed to be in her life. So this child is going to try to get back into your life. So don't be surprised if there's another baby that comes back in.
But from me or from a loved one?
The baby will come back into the family. It may not come through you directly, but the baby's going to try to get back in because they're supposed to have experiences with you and within this family. So it's just the soul is like, oh shoot, like I missed my shot. Let me try again.
Got it. Oh, yeah. Ferny, thank you so much. I appreciate
You're welcome.
it.
You're welcome, sweetheart. By the way, if you wanted to start your own business, that's connected to like marketing or advertising or online like promotions and stuff like that, retail, you could totally do it. But you got to plan it out properly.
Thank you, because I just launched my podcast with my friends and we were talking about marketing. So
did they tell you about the merch yet, or did they suggest you do merch too?
I did. I suggested it.
Perfect. Go for it, because they're like, your guides are like, do it, girl, do it. So, and FYI, worry less about your sister, worry more about yourself. That doesn't mean you shouldn't love your sister. Focus on your own path, because you're dividing your attention too often and you're not following through all the time. This will help you follow through, is by taking your attention off of other people who need to be worried about themselves.
Thank you, Ferny. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sweetheart. You take care of yourself.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mama. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. Actually, let me do two more texts, and then that's it, because I'm out of time, and I got to start my study group. Let's go over here. McKenna Alvarez. Hi, Ferny. Is there any messages from my cousin Jayla? She was only 14. Yeah, so the first thing she's acknowledging is she's blaming herself. So I don't know if she contributed to her own passing, because she's pointing the finger at herself. So I'm assuming that she did something to bring about her passing, or she put herself in the situation. She also keeps, thank you. She also keeps acknowledging she's doing this. So there might be a bracelet or a beaded piece of jewelry or a bracelet, that might be connected to her, because she's showing me this. She's also showing me the number 14. So the 14th of a month might be significant, or January 4th might be significant, because she's acknowledging that as well. She also keeps talking about the two girls. I don't know if she has two sisters that she wants to say hello to, or you have two girls, and she's acknowledging the two girls because she's making reference to that as well. She also she's repeating her name. So y'all might have actually reused her name, or someone may have named the child after her, but she's just acknowledging them. Okay. Let's go over here. Kayla Falk Power on Instagram. Hi, Ferny. Does my sister have any messages for her daughter? Yeah, the first thing she's acknowledging is prideship. So she's prideful or proud. She also She also keeps acknowledging. She's funny. She's making fun of her hair. I don't know if she just did something funny with her hair, or she had a little boo-boo with her hair, but she's like messing with her hair, or she's wanting to acknowledge her hair. She also keeps acknowledging a piece of jewelry that was made. So I don't know if y'all made a piece of jewelry in memory of her for the daughter, but she's acknowledging the piece of jewelry. She also says feathers are going to be a sign from her, and butterflies. So she might find feathers in places, and also butterflies are going to be a symbol from her as well. She also talks about the journals. I don't know if her daughter journals to her or writes her letters, but she's acknowledging this. So there's a reference to this as well, and that she's aware of that. Okay. All right, guys. I love you all. I will be back on Friday, this Friday, same time, same place. Until then,